15 years or close to it. Yeah, somewhere in that. No, about 12 years. I've been in South Carolina. He said, "You're from North Carolina," and I said, "I used to be." So he picked it up just like that.
On today's episode, real estate agent and investor Larry Knowles.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great.
How was your day so far?
It's been a little busy, but productive.
Yes. When did you move to Myrtle Beach and why?
I moved to Myrtle Beach in 1998, summer of 98.
Okay.
And changed careers, got into real estate, and came here July of 1998.
July 1998.
Mm-hmm.
What was the reason?
Mr. David Sloan, that owns Sloan Realty, gave me the opportunity to come down here and start real estate. So I dove into it and been in real estate ever since.
Wow. Are you loving it?
Oh, I love it. You know, I've seen it grow here, you know, from North Myrtle Beach to Myrtle Beach, Garden City, Surfside. A lot of changes from 98, early 2000s to now.
Can you give us like a glimpse of like how much did it change from then to now?
One aspect I can give you is in North Myrtle Beach. My first few years I lived in Myrtle, but North Myrtle, the people there would have to come to Myrtle Beach for Walmart, Home Depot, different things. And then as the growth occurred, not just in Myrtle, but North Myrtle, now they've got pretty much everything what Myrtle Beach
now
has.
Everybody wants to live in North Myrtle Beach.
Yes, North Myrtle or the South End, Garden City, Surfside.
Yes.
And so I saw it grow quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about the businesses?
In reference to real estate, the dynamics have changed. When you first came here, there was not quite as many real estate companies.
Yeah.
There was only roughly about 1,600 to 1,800 realtors when I got here. Now I believe.
Do you know how many realtors are there now?
The last check I had was close to 4,000. Is it 7,000, 8,000 now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's what I heard. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, that's what I heard.
And I would not doubt that. I just know it's definitely at least tripled minimally from what I was.
Every other person I meet, I swear to God, they're like, "Oh, I'm licensed in real estate. I'm a realtor."
and that's the trend. Before the crash happened in roughly 08 here, 9, 10, and part of 11. It really started happening at the end of 08 down here. Before that, people were jumping in real estate when it was so hot, so good, not just the regular, normal real estate market. They were changing careers. Some of them were going part-time. And then those people that did that most kind of faded away after the crash happened.
Right.
And now, the last 3 years or so, it's kind of happening again, and more. The real estate companies back then, I don't think there was more than 100.
Yeah, I don't think there were many.
There was roughly about 100.
But also, we need to understand that we didn't have so many people living here. There were barely anyone living in this area.
People in the last 3 to 4 years have relocated more than any 2 to 3 years I've ever seen.
There's so much construction.
I've never seen the reload. People have always relocated here, but not at the level that it's not. My professional opinion is I got clients in roughly 30, 32 states. A lot of those people that were thinking about relocating in 1, 3, 5 years when COVID hit, according to what state they were in, kind of stimulated their thoughts. It's not 1 to 3 to 5. It's now, and they came here.
Yes.
And they're still coming here.
Yes, and it's a good thing.
Yes, especially for our market, our city, and the whole coast here. Yes.
I've heard someone, I don't know who said it first, but I've heard a couple of people actually say this, that Myrtle Beach is the new Miami.
I've heard 2 things. One, especially from people from up north. Myrtle Beach is the new Miami, but Myrtle Beach is also the new Florida, where they used to all go to retire. And I've heard that from several clients from New Jersey and New York.
What did you do before real estate?
Before I came down here in 1998 to work for the late Mr. David Sloan and Sloan Realty, which he was the one who gave me my start and was my tutor, my mentor. I was a high school teacher and football coach in North Carolina. I coached 6 years and I was a teacher for 4 years. And then I decided to make the change and wanted to move to...
You didn't like teaching no more?
Teaching's a different animal. I'll tell you this, I enjoyed teaching at the college level. I taught college at age 24 to motivate or stimulate them to speak in the class. High school, middle school, you're teaching second. You control the behavior first.
Exactly.
And it is different. I did enjoy teaching college class at 24, and it was at nighttime, at night school.
Yes.
After school was let out and football season was over, but it was an experience, and I did enjoy that actually.
Yeah. Well, that is really wonderful. So you were a coach, you were a teacher, and you worked also with college kids, and you really loved it, but then you decided to go into real estate. That's really awesome. What about your hobbies?
The hobbies I like, traveling is one. The outdoors, anything outdoors, the beach, hiking, anything just to get outside. Football, I am a big football fan, if you want to say now, and I used to coach it. And then also I love wine.
You love wine?
And I love cooking. It relaxes me. Yeah. I do like to cook. Yes.
What kind of
I can make my own marinara sauce. I can make a Mediterranean grilled pork chop.
Okay, you had me at Mediterranean.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. I love food.
Yes.
You can tell.
It actually relaxes me. If I got a glass of wine too, that helps,
Yeah, absolutely.
So maybe not the cleanup part, but the cooking part relaxes me.
Nobody likes to clean up. Come on. Well, I like cooking too. I mean, yeah, it does relax you, and there are different times when you just want to cook because not just because you want healthy food, but actually because you see some food at a restaurant, like a new meal or something, and then you think can I make that at home? Does that ever happen to you?
Oh yeah. And if you have a meal at a restaurant and it's such a high level, that I'll back off and say it can't go to another level. It's a 10 out of a 10. But if I feel like I can make it, I have met some chefs. I met a chef in Alaska, but he was from Hawaii. So you listen and learn from the experts. Even though I'm an amateur at doing what I was doing, you get great tips from the professionals.
Absolutely.
If you listen.
Mm-hmm. Listen. If you listen, that's the greatest tip ever. Okay. Yeah. Here's a tip I want to ask you. Let's go back to real estate.
Yes.
What is happening in the market right now? Do you have any tips?
The market right now, what the general public doesn't realize, in general, our market every year typically slows down in the summer because people are on vacation first and they're looking second, generally. So the slight slowdown in the summer is not abnormal, according to what any market we're having. The housing inventory, the new housing is still going up. I believe it went up 1% in the last couple months. So our inventory and listings.
So wait a second. When you say inventory went up 1% in the last month, did you say?
From June.
From June.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Well, let me clarify. The pricing on new homes, new construction, has went up just on the pricing part, roughly 1 to 1.5%. So there's been no drop off in prices.
Okay.
The inventory listings on the market have went up since late May, early June, and I believe that number is roughly around 16-18%. So there's more on the inventory on the market for buyers to look at.
So the new inventory is because of the new construction, not because of resale, right?
General, all of it.
All of it.
Resale
Okay.
and new construction. And so compared to where we were 3 to 5 years ago, we're still not back to what's a normal market. We're working our way back there with the amount of inventory.
Okay.
But even if it goes up as it has 16%, estimated, that's still not where the market was 3 to 5 years ago.
Oh no, and I don't think it would be.
And the projection nationally is for the market, if we have any stabilization, they're not expecting to have a great drop off on prices. That's the expectation from the so-called national experts there.
Well, no, I think I agree with that. I mean, I certainly don't think the prices will go down, or not on real estate. In fact, I'm going to say something, but don't quote me on it. I mean, who am I, right? But I think like the prices are going to go up on everything. And, so if you want to buy something, you want to invest, do it now.
Absolutely. And it's the old basic economic supply and demand.
Yeah.
Is it even? Is it offset?
Yeah.
And I've never in the years I've been in real estate seen the market where it had such few listings in the last 2 to 3 years. There's just nothing, and now it's just creeping. It's starting to creep back.
Yeah.
But it's still not back to where it was 3 to 5 years ago.
No. But is it really, like, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, if I compare like how many sales are now, or how many, like the inventory compared to buying power, right now, to what it was a few years ago, I can't really compare it because the buying power right now is just so much more, like on a different level completely, isn't it?
I'll go back to when I first started. Myrtle Beach real estate market has generally been a buyer's market. The years that where it shifted, where it was borderline seller's market or a seller's market, was those 3 explosive years roughly before the crash happened back in late 08, early 09.
And 2013.
And then these last 3 years, borderline seller's market again. And now it's starting to slightly shift back to what's normally been our market, a buyer's market.
Balancing.
I do not think, as of right now, the buyers have complete control.
No.
Like they did 5+ years ago, because the inventory is still less, even though it's increased, it's still less than what it was, and properties are still going in 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, 20. Not as many, and not as many multiple offers and contracts.
But these numbers are record numbers.
Oh,
They've never
absolutely,
happened before.
100%.
Yeah.
And what's so tough in the real estate business the last 3 years, if you're working with buyers, you have to wake up and go, or you have to stay up at night. I've written contracts at 9 o'clock at night, midnight. And it was between getting the property for them or losing the property. 3 offers, 5 offers, 8 offers. And you've got to know how to construct a contract when your client is either already there, such as a cash offer, and they're toward the top of the mountain on what type of offer they're presenting. You've got to look at your client's particular situation, advise them what's going to increase their probability of getting that property if they really want it. And if it's a loan, a buyer that's getting a loan, you have to learn how to construct that contract where it's almost like cash. So I've had clients that were loans competing with 7, 8 other contracts. Couple were cash, and they won the bid.
That takes talent.
Analyzation and being able to
Understand.
Understand. And I'm very happy that I've done that for some of the clients there in the last couple of years.
They're lucky to have you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for that compliment.
Sure.
There's experience, in anything is a big key. But experience does pay off, if you've been in anything long enough.
Absolutely. Yeah, you go through it, you learn, and and then you use your expertise for yourself, and then you use it for other people
And
as well.
I love, one of the kicks I get out of being in real estate is love, if you want to use the word, teaching what I know and knowledge to my clients, my
Exactly.
friends, my neighbors, if they want to listen. That's the big key.
That's the key. Listen.
Listening.
Is the
Yes.
key. Yes, absolutely. So that was really, really interesting. And I can talk about real estate like all day long. Actually, I can talk about anything all day long. But here's one question that I really, really want to ask you. If there's one message that you would like to share right now with the people watching us right now, what would it be?
Always try your best, no matter what you're doing in your career, your job, if it's anything you're doing for the community. Take the positives about you and try to share them with others. Hopefully they can learn from your experiences or your knowledge, and to just try to help someone every day. And just always do your best, and never be satisfied in where you're at, and always trying to do better, and for the people that you're working with.
That's a great message. And it reminded me of somebody said something, if you put yourself last, you end up being first. Where did I read this?
That's a great
message. Is that
message.
from the Bible?
That's a great message.
Is it? Oh my God.
That part
I remember things I don't know where. I don't
that's
know.
a great message,
If you
but I don't
know,
know if
please comment and let me know where I
Yeah.
read this.
Yeah, that is a great message.
Yeah, and it's like I remembered it because like you were talking about like do your best. So for the people.
Yes.
So when you are trying for the people,
you're extending your services to benefit them.
exactly.
And that is just a great part of life.
That's the best thing ever possible. Thank you so much, Larry,
Thank
for coming
you.
today. I'm so happy.
You're
that
outstanding.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
Well, thank you. You're awesome.
Well, bye-bye, everyone. See you later.
Bye-bye.